On the 9th of December 2010, the British Parliament passed the legislation that allows the universities in England to charge tuition fees up to a staggering £9,000. That represents a threefold increase on the 2009 levels, which had already proven to be very unpopular. These demonstrations didn't stop David Cameron's government from passing the bill in its original form. The passing of this legislation proceeded by a number of student protests which turned into violent riots and property damage. The debate about public and private university fees has been on the table for a very long time. The government has done studies and come up with quite a balanced proposal, yet no matter how much the ministers tried to balance out that bill, it sparked anger and rage in many UK citizens. The new system that came into action in 2012 continued to spark controversy during 2013 and 2014. Here are some figures. Today there are 7 million British students with loans. The new 2012 average debt amount is £50,000 per person. The overall outstanding loan debt of £46 billion is projected to rise to £200 billion in the next 30 years due to the National Audit Office. The expected level of debt to be written off had been set at 28% in 2010, which by 2013 had already risen to 35%. The Minister of Universities and Science confirmed that the government estimates are for every £1,000 borrowed, £700 is repaid, plus an overall contribution to higher education and the UK's economy. In the latest development, the UK government claimed they started to privatise the student loans in an attempt to get the taxpayers' money back. But many groups and experts claim that the government and the students will lose out on these student debt sell-offs. Against all criticism and controversy, in late 2013 the first package of student loans from the pre-1998 era in the worth of £900 million was sold to debt management consortium Irudio Student Loans for £160 million. Investment bankers from Barclays and Rothschild were appointed by the Department for Business, Innovation and Skills to oversee the sale. Danny Alexander, the Chief Secretary to the Treasury, said that the government hoped to raise £10 billion from the sale of corporate and financial assets such as the student loan book by 2020.
My name is Nick Gold and I studied sports science at Kingston University. Well, obviously tuition fee was like £3,300 and then obviously the maintenance grant for the whole year was about £7 grand, which they gave me, and the bursary was about £400, which I didn't have to pay back. Right, obviously the process was obviously you've got to look at your parents' income, which obviously took a little bit of time. Obviously to pay the university, that was obviously quite quick. I was getting the maintenance grant into my account, which I could obviously use for expenses, living out, food, all that kind of stuff. Obviously that was the one that took the longest because you have to process it all and they get it to about the end of December, which obviously I started university in September. So yeah, a large sum that went straight on obviously rent and paying back. It takes quite a while for everyone to apply for it because obviously look at your parents' income, all that kind of stuff, and if you're living out you get extra, but you've got to prove that you're living out. There's only one problem I had is they kept contacting me saying I'm not been making payments when I have. It's just that every time you get a little change in your details at work in terms of payment, they'll send you another letter saying you're not paying anything back, so you have to call them again and again and again. That's what's happened to me 3 times. I'm still making payments in my pay slips every month. I'm already working in health shop. I'm a manager of Holland & Barrett. Did my dissertation on one of their products and also do personal training part-time, so I am using a fair bit of what I did at uni. They're basically sponsoring you to go to uni, and if you get a good job you end up paying back. If you don't, you don't. That's the way we look at it.
Yes, I'm able to use my research skills in my current job, and it's quite useful. It is pretty worrying thinking that you have a 36,000 debt that you need to pay, but the percentage isn't that big, so I'm pretty sure I would pay it over the years. It worries me, yes. It's definitely a worry, thinking that I do have a debt and and I need to pay it back. If I could have done that differently, I probably wouldn't go same path.
My name is Edmund Ansong. I studied business management at the University of Greenwich. If given a choice, I would not study the same subject again. I'll probably look for something that matches my personality more. Currently, I owe the government at least £24,000 to £25,000. At this present moment, I don't think my education has helped me with my professional life at all. For this financial chaos, it's pretty hard to keep a stable job. I just thought that maybe I could become a manager one day.
When applying for a student loan, the process was pretty simple. The college I was with basically had some people come in to explain everything, what the student loan was about, and then the teachers took it on from there and basically got everyone into an IT class, and then they taught them how to apply for the student loans and so forth. When trying to understand all the terms and conditions associated with student loan, I personally did not fully understand everything. I understood that maybe after a certain amount of years the loan gets wiped out. The loans really helped me to pay for my accommodation. That's where I'd say about 50% of my the loan went towards paying for my accommodation. I did try to get a part-time job whilst I was at university, but it's also a bit difficult as well. But in the end, I just had to go home to collect some food once in a while. In some countries like I think Sweden or Switzerland, education is free for everyone, no matter how old you are. So I think that's how the government in this country should probably strive to achieve.
Did it from about 2009 to 2012. It was a 3-year course. If I could go back, I would choose something specific, and then that would probably get me a better job in that specific field as well, because I would have been studying a single kind of discipline. Yep, I got the maintenance loan for the actual course, and I got bursaries from the university as well. All in all, to get about £30,000. Well, in the beginning, it wasn't the easiest. First part of the first year, they didn't give me my loan until December time, so I had quite a bit of my savings come out. So yeah, it took quite a while for it to get all sorted. What I find restricting to repay this loan, because it's only a small fraction of my wage every month, so it's perfectly fine.
How student loans work? Students can borrow up to £9,000 a year for tuition fees. Full-time students are eligible for maintenance loans of up to £5,500 or £7,675 in London. Various means-tested bursaries, grants and fee waivers are also available. From the April after they graduate, borrowers pay back 9% of any earnings over £21,000. After 30 years, any remaining debt is written off.